Alright guys, we are back with the Edison format semifinals at Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We have John Vigil on the left playing Blackwings versus myself on the right playing Nitro Vayu. This tournament was 4 rounds of Swiss, cut to top 8. John went X1 while I'm currently undefeated, trying to break the 1-seed curse. We have JC's Frog Hero deck waiting for the winner of us in the finals. And JC was one of the few X2s that snuck into top cut. So anyway, here comes Trap Dust Shoot. So John's hand is Solemn, Icarus, one monster, Heavy, Mirror Force, and Black Whirlwind. So yeah, John's deck just full of text. If you watched him play earlier in the tournament, he's maining like Bait Doll and Mind Control. Anyway, here comes Heavy. Obviously, he's only gonna get a plus. So break even. We break even with the Heavy. So John set the Icarus, kept the Mirror Force and Solemn in his hand. So here comes Greffer. And like right now, I know all of John's cards. So I have 2 Sirokkos and Dark Arm in my hand. So you can see why I made the decisions I made. So like, I don't want to send Necro here. The only thing I'm afraid of John top decking is Shura. Even if he draws Bora, that's fine. Bora's not that big of a deal. I just don't want him to draw Shura. Shura's like the worst case scenario. And of course, he drew the Shura. Oh man, would Sirocco have been bad as well? Because like I didn't want to send Necrogarna because I think again 2 of the darks in my hand are Sirocco and Dark Arm. So he chooses to search Blizzard, run over Greffer, bring out Vayu, and attack me for 8. So yeah, now I have to play through Icarus, Mirror Force, and Solemn. Let's see how I do it. So John sets to pass, draw for turn. It just feels right me playing on this mat. Anytime I think when I play Volume, I try and always play on this mat. This return mat. And when I play Blackwings, I'll play it, or any other deck, I'll play on another mat. Anyway, so I summon Sirocco. Wait, what happened? Oh, I'm just holding the card. I definitely summoned. I'm just debating on who do I want to attack. I definitely pumped. I just don't know who do I want to attack. And Chimera Forced. And pass to John. So he's got Blizzard. And what else did he draw? So John is going to Synchro into Magical Android. Summon the Blizzard, target Shura. So here, John could have just left them up. He could have just left the Blizzard and Shura up. Because you have, well, he doesn't have the Mirror Force anymore, but he has Icarus, Solemn. Ah, this is not bad. End phase gains 6. I mean, 2 of my Sirokkos are gone as well. So you can make the argument maybe he was better off leaving them up, but maybe he's trying to put me on a clock. Like, I mean, it's an extra 1,000 damage. Yeah, I guess he's really trying to put me on a clock. It's understandable. Right, here comes Arm Value Effect. Bring out Armwing. So I have Dark Arm. Remember that was my opening hand. We saw the second Sirocco. We know I have Dark Arm, so I'm trying to crash into his Armwing and hope he doesn't have a. Even if he has Kalut, then I'm gonna drop Dark Arm. Even though I know he has Solemn, but my hand is like. I just drew no trap cards. I drew 1 Icarus that got Heavy Storm. It was the only defensive card I drew. Alright, so Armwing attack. He lets it go, and I'm at 24 to 79. So I special summon Dark Arm to try and bait out the Solemn. 39.50. So now I have to make this play. This Greffer, Pitch, Plague, and yeah, I don't think I've normal summoned. Send Necrogarna. Pass to John. I'm trying to think if that was a different play I could have made. If I had summoned. I could have done this play and then top for plague. Yeah, but it was hard. It was hard to play around the Icarus and the Solemn. It was hard to play around both. I don't know. Maybe there was a way, but I couldn't think of it. And make my Dark Arm live? I don't think so. At least I couldn't think of it like quickly enough. All right, so when he summoned, see, as soon as he summoned the other Blizzard, I just pick up my cards like this game. All right, so John 1 win away from getting to another finals. Currently, John has 5 wins on the channel this year. 2025 is almost over, so. Oh yeah, John sides Delta Crow. Come on, man. I need to break the 1 seed curse. The week before, I was playing a very similar. I was playing this deck, but with the Raikou and charge package. I basically wasn't using the draw traps and was playing Raikou and Hamster. It was 2 Raikou, one Jane, and charge. And I went undefeated in the Swiss rounds and then lost in top 8. All right, here comes Dust Shoot again. So John's hand's pretty good. Shura, 2 Blizzards, Rug, Gores, and Dark Arm. Let's see. Pretty good hand. It really comes down to my back row, so I choose. I choose the Dark Arm because I don't want it to come back and bite me. Yeah, I mean, a lot of those cards are good. So he summons Shura, attack. Okay, so one of the reasons why I think I didn't. So pay attention to that back row. I'm pretty sure that's deck dev, and so that's why I didn't send back the Shura or any of the Blizzards, because I'm gonna deck dev John. Once I get rid of the Shura, I'm a deck dev him, so he's gonna lose both his Blizzards. So send. Oh, okay, yeah. I think I'm cooking. I sometimes cook with Vayu. Sometimes. All right, so here comes Arnwing. And I'm going to... I'm pretty sure I'm going to tribute for Sirocco. All right. Taking a long time. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to tribute some for Sirocco. Pump, so then John's going to take 43 directly. And then that pretty much puts him in range, because then I'm going to have a 45 the next turn to kill him through Gores. You'll see here in a second. So tribute the Grepher, pump. So yeah, he's going to take 43. Attack the Shura. So he's going to take 43. Set a back row, and then I'm going to deck dev him as soon as he draws to get rid of his 2 Blizzards. Yep, deck dev. And he drew Whirlwind, so he just picked up his card. It's game through Gores next turn. So, yeah, like I said, sometimes I do cook. All right, game 3. 1 win away from getting to the finals. Will I be able to pull off the Legacy 2-0? I can't remember. Oh, I think John lost to JC, so John's trying to get his rematch against JC. While I beat JC already in the Swiss round. That was one of his losses. If anything, I helped carry him into top 8 because he was the highest X2. All right, so John starts off by setting 2. He has Solemn in his hand. I mean, if you're going to set 2, you might as well set the Solemn. Unless, oh, he has Dust Shoot. Okay, now I get it. So I've got 2 Armas, Vayu, Gale, Dust, and Mirror Force. I wouldn't send back the Vayu. It's neither Gale or one of the Armas. I would argue Gale, honestly. Because, like, Arma, I'm going to send, what, Sirocco, Necro. Gale's a big threat, man. I would consider the... Yeah, I would consider the Gale. I think Joey Dibble is sitting next to me, and I think he mentioned the Gale as well. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying you can argue both sides, an Arma or the Gale. Sometimes you get put in bad positions with dust shoot, man. Like I remember one time, it sticks out to me, and it was like almost 2 years ago. One time I was playing against Nate, and he was playing zombies, and I had no idea what to send back with his dust shoot. Like his hand was so broken, like I didn't know. I couldn't. I was like, man, it didn't matter what I sent back. Anyway, end phase, MST's my dust. So John is on the Book of Moon, which I've played that card in the past as well in my Blackwing deck, and it's a versatile card, but it also has its weaknesses. So I'm not sold on it. Anyway, here comes Arma attack. Set probably the Mirror Force. Does John have 2 Kalutes? Oh no, he top deck Bora. So Bora attack for 300. Pass. So normal summon Sirocco. John with the bottomless. Chain Icarus. Oh, this is funny. So I'm gonna tell him both. I told him both back rows. Yeah, you can see here. And he's like, he points at the bottomless. I was like, no. John, oh, you're a funny guy, John. Yeah, I remember I told him both back rows, and he's like, the bottomless. All right, pass. Yeah, I was a little scared of Starlight Road at that point. I was like, oh, please don't cook me with Starlight Road. All right, so Bora attack. I don't use the Necrogarna, so we're 33 to 6k. And here comes the Gale that I've been sitting on. Half, and now John's going to have to decide whether he colludes here or not. Depends on the rest of his hand. Well, we see one of the... I think... Okay, John's got his own Gale and his own collude. That's his hand. So he decides to collude over the Gale. So I'll take what? 950? Yes, because that Bora was halved. Pass to John. What did John draw? So he attacks me for 850. Here comes Allure, the card that Hobby swears Blackwing and Vayu players always draw. Get rid of a Vayu. Summon Arma. Okay, so you can see here, this is actually my third Arma. Or, sorry, not the third one I normal summon. This is just the third one in my deck, because I usually played a traditional Vayu deck, but recently I converted it to Nitro Vayu, and you can tell because this one's not QCR. This is the only... I don't have a third QCR Arma yet. Alright, so Arma attack. And let's see what John's going to do. So he lets it go. So John has Gale and DD Crow in his hand. So yeah, John's deck's full of tech cards. He's not playing Upstart or Yada, which me, after having played a lot of Blackwings this year... I think you need 3 Upstarts in Blackwing and a couple of draw traps. I don't know how many. I just think the deck needs the consistency. I feel Vayu is a more consistent deck than Blackwing. And I feel like Blackwings need those cards to keep up with Vayu. That's why Vayu's won a lot of tournaments. It's just the deck's pretty consistent. And I'm not saying... Obviously, I've played both decks this year. I've done well with both decks. I've done better with Vayu though than I have with Blackwings. But I've always felt Vayu was more consistent. So that's why if you're gonna play Blackwing, I think you should play both. I think at least 2 draw traps and 3 Upstart should be like the minimum. You can maybe go up to 3 draw traps or 4. Maybe, yeah, but that's just from my experience playing the deck this year. Anyway, here John crows. So I'm just fanning out my graveyard. John didn't do it preemptively, the Crow. I just told him Vayu effect, and he wanted to see the graveyard. Probably a little worried about Dark Arms, so I think that's why he asked me to fan it out. All right, to summon Vayu. So I'm trying to put John on the clock. I can tell his hand's kind of bad, so that's why I'm kind of like, summon the Vayu. Let me put you on a clock before you draw something. Now that Arma is halved by the Gale. So last turn, when he attacked me with Gale, I was trying to see if he would Icarus my Arma, but he didn't. So yeah, now John sets two more cards. He's at 1250, so he's gonna have to stop these attacks with a D prison or something like that. So 700. And then this is game. So, you know what's funny? I was put in this exact same spot that John was in, where he had to use a Book of Moon just to stay alive. But the difference is, to me, it happened in top 8 of an R bet. And that's why I kind of was like, yeah, I'm not sure about Book of Moon. Anyway, here comes Kalut, runs over the Arma. All right, let's see what am I gonna do here. So we're at 550 to 35. So at my MST, one of the back rows, and I hit the worst one, the freaking pulling the rug, which is only gonna hit one more card in my deck. So tribute the Vayu for Sirocco. See, I'm checking to see what's gone. You saw there. So Vayu. I have Burial set. That's why I'm being super aggressive as well. I'm not going to pump. I'm just going to attack him. Because in case he has D prison. Yeah, in case he drew into D prison. But he has Icarus. And yeah, I can't stop it. So he's left with one card. I have Burial. Yeah, that's why I made this play. Because this play was game through D prison. But not Icarus. So Blizzard, target Kalut. And I'm going to Torrential him. And if he chains Icarus, I'm just going to chain Burial. And here comes Burial. Yeah, that's most likely game. Like, I have a Sirocco in there. I have Necrogardener. Yeah, I put all 3 Vayus back. I don't know if I've ever done that. I don't think I've ever done triple Vayu. Maybe I have, but it's rare. All right, here comes Armwing. And attack for game. Well, he's going to Torrential. And it doesn't matter because I have another Vayu play. So I pull off the Legacy 2-0, and I'm going to the finals to meet JC in the rematch of the Swiss rounds. We'll see if I can get another win and go undefeated. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please consider joining our members only. I'm uploading War League content, a little bit of redo content as well. Also, I have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epic Cards and Games. Those links are in the description. I'll see you guys next time.